So the ball joint showed up. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that today, even though it's like 100 degrees out. I'm not gonna do a how-to on that because the ball joints on an IS300 are stupid easy to do. But I am gonna show the importance of doing a shakedown test. I don't know how many people do it or know how to do it. Really, you just grab a hold of your suspension parts, give them a good shake, look for bad things like bushings and ball joints, which without doing that shakedown test, I wouldn't have found that the ball joint was bad because I originally thought it was a wheel bearing. So I'm just going to show that briefly, but I'm not really going to dig into the ball. Alexa, play Dire Straits. Detroit axle brake still working great. eBay coilover still looking awful, but also working great. So yes, this thing could probably use lower control arms, a new sway bar. It's looking kind of rough. But here is the problem. Now when I shake it back and forth, you can clearly see, really subtle. The boot's not even that bad. That's why originally I thought it was a wheel bearing, but when you move it enough, you can see it rocking. But fortunately, like I said, these are stupid easy. So you got this bolt here, the castle nut on the bottom, right here, and you have another bolt on the other side. It's literally, this should take you 20-ish minutes with properly lubed bolts. Alright, so I had the black IS300 at a shop. I use that term lightly for some exhaust work. That same dude that welded my diff, he did a great job with my diff. The turnaround was really quick, so I entrusted him to do an exhaust job. He had the car for just, I think, a week under 2 months. Every time I tried to pick it up, it was the next thing, excuse after excuse of why I couldn't come get it or why it wasn't done. So finally, he says, hey, you could come get the car. So I ended up going out there. He said he only had to redo a hanger because he test drove the car and one of the hangers was messed up. And so upon my arrival, the car is in 100 pieces. You could clearly tell he had not driven the car in quite some time. So anyways, I start throwing shit back together. I get out and probably 5 miles from where he's at, the exhaust starts dragging the grounds. It's clear that it's something still wasn't right. I started the car up this morning. It's leaking from pretty much everywhere, so pretty great experience, I'll say. The intention for the past few weeks was to get the car back from the exhaust, finish up a bunch of stuff that I had planned. I have aluminum radiator, a bunch of stuff to go on there. But instead, I'm going to be unfucking everything that got fucked up by this person who did my exhaust. And that's not only exhaust components. The front bumper is pretty damaged. The fender is also pretty damaged. Because they took the side skirt off and the fender was like inside the door, and they just kept opening the door, crushing the fender day by day. So I got to do that, and instead I was going to actually start taking off most of the livery. A lot of it's been on there for some years, so I kind of just am feeling the need for a refresh. I don't know what's gonna go back on it, but I definitely need to like rebase the car. I need to clear the car. I never did clear coat or buff of any kind, so probably about 6 months after it was painted, it wasn't glossy anymore. So I'm gonna try and fix that.